Today, we're gonna present you in this small video the American literature movements, which are Encounters and Foundations, Romanticism, Realism, Modernism, and Contemporary Literature. Each of these movements mark the American literature we know today, and I hope you enjoy it. Oh, hello there. Maybe have you noticed, but I'm a pilgrim. And you know I have my beard, my hat, my little white things. But today I want to talk to you about important things. I'm going to talk to you about this American literature movement known as Encounters and Foundations. You know, this movement span since 1490s until the 1800s. Pilgrims, such as me, we arrived in the 1620s. We talk about most important things as social, political, and religious events. For example, we have this author. His name is Julio Enamorado. He wrote the Plymouth Plantation. He talked about things about religion, political, and social things. He liked to write about that. And you know, years passed, and we also have after this such authors as the fathers of foundation, such as Benjamin Franklin. You know, he had the most important book of this era. He wrote the autobiography of Benjamin Franklin, even though the book was not finished. It was a book that talked about his own life. We also had Thomas Jefferson, who was the one who wrote the Declaration of Independence. And we also have Thomas Paine, who wrote 13 pamphlets that talk about people not being, people didn't feel well about being governed by the English people. So they wanted freedom. This is all I can tell you about this.
Hi, I'm Luisa May Alcott. I'm the writer of one of the most famous books in the world, which is Little Woman, and I would like to share to you one of the quotes of this book, which goes like this: "Watch and pray, dear. Never get tired of trying, and never think it is impossible to conquer your fault." I wrote this quote in the Romanticism period, which stretches at the end of the 18th century to the outbreak of the Civil War. Romanticism emphasizes emotions and includes American transcendentalism, which is the knowledge attained from the reach of the senses. Romanticism includes many authors, and one of these authors is Nathaniel Hawthorne, who concerns his thematic in evil and darkness, and one of his most famous works is The House of the Seven Gables, published in 1851. But apart from this novelist, we also have poets like Edgar Allan Poe with his poet The Raven, and Emily Dickinson with her poem Success is Counted Sweetest. Thank you. And you'll sit beside me and we'll look, not at visions, but at realities. It is a quote from the book I wrote, The Age of the Innocents, published in 1920. I'm Edith Wharton, and I'd like to share with you what is realism in literature. Realism spanned the years 1865 until 1914. It was a time of great chaos because of the Civil War. But apart from me, we also have other authors, like Mark Twain with his book The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, published in 1884, and Henry James with his book The Portrait of a Lady, published in 1881. Realism portrays life as accurately and honestly as possible through the senses. It talks about what is real and what is truth because of the war and what was happening in that time.
So we bid on, boats against the current, borne back ceaselessly into the past, The Great Gatsby, one of the masterpieces of modernism, an era marked by a strong break with tradition, a break with religion, social and political views. new technology, and horrifying events concerning both world wars left people question the future of humanity, what was becoming of the world. Satires, irony, and comparisons were used to point out society's ill. It talked about the inner feelings and consciousness. First person was used to point out emotions, and famous authors include Ernest Hemingway with The Sun Also Rises, F. Scott Fitzgerald with The Great Gatsby, and William Faulkner with As I Lay Dying. Hi, have you heard about this new author, Stephen King? He's one of my favorites. He writes horror, science fiction, fantasy. He has several famous quotes, such as "The road to hell is paved with adverbs," and "I think we're all not mentally ill." Those of us outside the ad film only had it a little better, and maybe not all much better after all. An excerpt from Carrie. I feel very happy to be living in this new era. They call it the contemporary period. It started in 1945 with the end of World War II, and it's still going on. People start to see themselves as individuals and rejecting meanings and creating new concepts. Breaking away with stereotypes from the past generation. Sex and sexuality have become more common topics. Yes, I feel very excited living in this new era, and where people start to stand up by what they think it is right, and where we're heading towards a bright new future. Of course, I have other favorite authors like Maya Angelou. She is famous for her book I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings, and Harper Lee. She has a pretty famous book that's called To Kill a Mockingbird.
Before